Okay, so today is still March 30th. I'm wearing a different shirt because I went to go eat dinner with my family, so that's that. But I did want to get on here while I still had time and daylight, because why not just get this video out there? I have a lot to do, a lot. The confirmation verse I have is 1 Kings 8:55, and the words I saw was loud voice and saying. I also have a thing on my kitchen table that says the word voice on it from a Charles Stanley thing I got in the mail. But the whole verse is, he stood and blessed the whole assembly of Israel in a loud voice saying. So when I opened my Bible, when I was like praying, like, God, do you want me to do this video today, tomorrow? And he knows I have a lot on my plate tomorrow, so I probably won't have a video up tomorrow. So I'm gonna get straight into all the things. I saw a YouTube reel of Jungkook from BTS. He went in while one of the other members was doing like a live video, and he kept sniffing around saying that he smelled something that was like clay. So he kept saying he smelled clay. So that was one. I heard the song Cupid Shuffle, but the part that says to the left, to the left, to the left, and then to the right, to the right, to the right. I had a vision that I shared in the comments with someone about me seeing like a rope and it being tied in a knot. And it went with that message, but it also goes with this message. And then this book again, which I've said before, this is from my Abeka Christian homeschool thing that God keeps leading me to this book. There's so many of them, but it's this book particular that he's leading to me right now. And in this book, when I opened up, see, this guy has a rope and he's tying knots, and he's over here telling this girl if she wants to be a sailor or be on the boat that he's gonna go out there, whoever ties these knots. And she had been practicing tying knots the whole time, so she got to go on the boat. Then I saw a video of a woman who said she was gonna make a meal, or she was gonna make food to last for an entire week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for just $10. Of course, I was curious because I'm a mom with a household of 5. My oldest daughter doesn't live at home, but I still have lots of people eating at the house, so I watched it. In this video, she used lentils and beans and things like that. And I was like, well, you know, I'm trying to be healthy. Maybe God's like bringing me this video to work on that. So I bought lentils and beans, and I was trying out this meal thing. But it went with scripture too. But, you know, am I wrong for eating lentils or changing my diet? Absolutely not. And then I kept going into the aisle, like grocery shopping. I was over by where you get like biscuits, like the little Pillsbury biscuits that you just take the dough and you put it in there. They also had a thing of like monkey bread, and I was like, immediately in my head I thought Ezekiel bread. That's the thought that came to my head, even though what I was looking at said monkey bread. And then I saw a YouTube reel this morning of a mom who said that having kids, she became more traumatized because her baby made this weird face and while it was in the bathtub, and she said, you know that face when they're about to go number 2. And she instinctively grabbed the product of the poo face out of the water. So she grabbed her baby's poo from the bathtub. And she said, I'll never do that again. Like, I love this child so much that I instinctively grabbed that, but I will not. She said she loved her husband. She was not going to touch his poo, whatever. Sounds weird, but I'm going to read scripture for this. Then when I was going on walks, I kept seeing tons of like dog poo. And I was like, there's dog poo and frog turds. If you guys haven't seen a frog turd, it's as big as dog poo. So gross. And then even my own dog was in the backyard and he was running around with the other dogs, but then he saw a different dog just come outside and he was like, oh, what's that dog up to? But he was like mid squat, like he was about to go number 2, but then he just went on the back porch and started sniffing the other dog, and then randomly he couldn't help it and he just pooped on my floor or on my patio. But it looked like a thumbs up, I'm not gonna lie. So I was like, gross, I don't want to pick that up. I totally made my husband go handle that. And then my husband out of nowhere started watching this show about these guys raising cows, and I was like, that's, I don't know, it was so much cows. It was a dairy farm, and so there was tons of cow poop everywhere. Everyone was stepping on it, and I was like, I could not do that job. That's just so much cow turds everywhere. And then do y'all like how I went from number 2 to saying poo to straight up poop and then turds? Like, whatever, it is what it is. And then in a video I just posted today, when I talked about being prepared, the video is called Gird Yourself, where I talked about food and making sure you were stocked up on food, had your money available through the ATM. I talked about how I couldn't get away from water, to store up your water. That also goes with this message. And then I got Strong's, I forgot if it was Hebrew or Greek, but 3583, which means to dry up, to waste away. And then Strong's Greek 3308, which means care, anxiety, and worry. And now I'm going to get straight into the scripture. I didn't print it out, so I just brought my Bible. I'm at Ezekiel 4, and it says, "Now, son of man, take a block of clay, put it in front of you, and draw the city of Jerusalem on it. Then lay siege to it, erect siege works against it, build a ramp up to it." Oh, ramp. I kept seeing U-Haul trucks with ramps, you know, on the back where it talks about the different ramp sizes, whatever. I'm just going to start at verse 2 again. "Then lay siege to it, erect siege works against it, build a ramp up to it, set up camps against it, and put battering rams around it. Then take an iron pan, place it as an iron wall between you and the city, and turn your face toward it. It will be under siege, and you shall besiege it. This will be a sign to the people of Israel. Then lie on your left side and put the sin of the people of Israel upon yourself. You are to bear their sin for the number of days you lie on your side. I have assigned you the same number of days as the years of their sin. So for 390 days you will bear the sin of the people of Israel. After you have finished this, lie down again, this time on your right side." So that was that song, to the left, and to the right. "And bear the sin of the people of Judah. I have assigned you 40 days, a day for each year. Turn your face toward the siege of Jerusalem, and with bared arm prophesy against her. I will tie you up with ropes so that you cannot turn from one side to the other until you have finished the days of your siege." So the tying knots and the ropes. "Take wheat and barley, beans and lentils, millet and spelt, put them in a storage jar and use them to make bread for yourself. You are to eat it during the 390 days you lie on your side. Weigh out 20 shekels of food to each day and eat it at set times. Also measure out 1/6 of a hin of water and drink it at set times. Eat your food as you would a loaf of barley bread. Bake it in the sight of people using human excrement for fuel. The Lord said, in this way the people of Israel will eat defiled food among the nations where I will drive them." Then I said, "No, not so, sovereign Lord." Let me say it correctly. Then I said, "Not so, sovereign Lord. I have never defiled myself. From my youth until now I have never eaten anything found dead or torn by wild animals. No impure meat has ever entered my mouth." "Very well," he said, "I will let you bake your bread over cow dung instead of human excrement." He then said to me, "Son of man, I am about to cut off the food supply in Jerusalem. The people will eat rationed food in anxiety and drink rationed water in despair. For food and water will be scarce. They will be appalled at the sight of each other and will waste away because of their sin." This also goes back to the 2 or 3 videos where I mentioned how when we had that big snowstorm, we called it snowbit or snowpocalypse, that when we went to go buy food, it was kind of, in a sense, rationed out. We were only allowed to buy a certain amount of things. It was limited items. So all of the things I've been saying, now I'm getting back more things that confirm those with scripture. So again, that was Ezekiel 4, and I'll be back probably on Monday. We'll see. Tomorrow's laundry day, so I'll probably be really busy doing that. So thanks, guys. Always find the light. Bye.